Hi, I'm Roger Philipp of Roger Philipp CPA Review, and I've been teaching CPA Review for over 20 years to more than 72,000 people in over 4,000 classes. I use my high energy, my passion, and my knowledge to focus you into the key information to help you accomplish your goal, which is to do what? Pass the CPA exam. Now, today I'm going to talk a little bit about what the CPA exam is and everything you need to know in order to get prepared for it. First of all, I like to start off by letting people realize the CPA exam is not an IQ test. You don't have to be a genius to be a CPA. However, it's a test of discipline, which means if you put in the 300 to 400 hours of prep time, and that's what the AICPA says the average successful candidate will spend in order to get through all four parts, 300 to 400 hours, like a part-time job you're not getting paid for. If you put in those hours, you're going to get through the exam. My job is to keep you focused and motivated to put in those hours. So again, not an IQ test, don't have to be a genius, but it's a test of discipline. You really have to make a commitment to put in the hours and the preparation. As far as the exam itself, it is a 14-hour experience. Again, it's not necessarily a pleasant experience, but our job is to make it as painless as possible. As far as 14 hours, you'll see here there's 4 parts to the exam. And the 4 parts to the exam include financial accounting, that's a 4-hour portion of the exam. We have regulation, that is a 3-hour portion of the exam. We have auditing, which is 4.5 hours, and we have business environment and concepts, which is a 2.5-hour exam. The total of those 4 parts are 14 hours. As I'll talk about later, you can take the exam one part at a time. As far as what the exam consists of, as far as each individual part, with financial accounting is about 80% financial and advanced accounting, and about 20% government and nonprofit. Now, with financial accounting, that includes your intermediate accounting, intermediate 1, intermediate 2, advanced accounting, government, nonprofit. All of those parts are squeezed into 4 hours of fun. As far as the financial accounting, looking at the details, you'd have things like marketable securities, cost equity method, inventory. Remember inventory valuation? FIFO, LIFO, weighted average, moving average, dollar value LIFO. We have fixed assets like property, plant, and equipment, depreciation. We all remember bonds, leases, deferred taxes, contingent liabilities, stockholders' equity, cash flows, accounting changes, FASB 150. All of these areas come back to haunt you again. That is your intermediate accounting areas. You have advanced accounting areas. That would be like consolidations, partnership equity, fun stuff like foreign currency translation and remeasurement. Another area is government and nonprofit. Now, you may recall in your financial accounting, your intermediate accounting, we're using what? Accrual accounting. What does that mean? Hey, let's book a revenue when it's earned and realizable. Earned and realizable, we're going to book a revenue. Debit receivable, credit revenue. Government and nonprofit is different. Now, when I was in school, governmental accounting was an elective, and I elected not to take it. So realize there's a lot of stuff on the exam you may have never seen in school that comes back to haunt you. With government and nonprofit, that uses something called modified accrual, which says, you know what? I guess the government says, you know what, when do we book a revenue? The government doesn't really earn their money, right? How do they get their money? Extortion, right? Pay your taxes, go directly to jail if you don't. So how do they get their revenue? Accrual accounting doesn't work because it's not earned and realizable. Instead, it's measurable and available for collection. So those are some of the topics that you'll have to study in order to master the parts for financial accounting 4-hour exam. The key is study hard, don't get discouraged. Woo, do a little Michael Jackson walk. Come on down. I've been teaching almost 20 years after I left Deloitte & Touche. I've done this for many, many years, helped thousands and thousands of people accomplish their goal, which is to get through the exam.